What's happening, NXPT? My name's Andrea, and I am your dietitian, and I'm also a fellow NXPT member. So if we haven't met already and you see me in class, please come up and introduce yourself. I'm so excited that we have another fitness results challenge kicking off. It's already October, and I'm excited to provide nutrition, education, answer your nutrition questions as we go throughout this challenge. So in this video, I am going to start you off just with 3 things that you should look at when you're looking at your body scan that you should have gotten done at the beginning of the challenge. And then I'm also going to give you what I think are the top 3 nutrition tips for success going into this challenge. So first, with your body composition scan, I know the first thing that everybody wants to zoom in on and look at first is the body fat percentage. So what I want to say is that nobody can have 0 body fat. We do need fat on our bodies. That is essential for life. And so a lot of times you look at that number and you're not really sure how to interpret that. You have no context. Maybe you think it should be 0, but that's not possible. So if you're a male, anywhere between 8 all the way up to 25% body fat is totally normal. For a female, anywhere from around 15% to 30% body fat is totally normal. So if you're outside of those ranges, that's one goal that you could work on for this challenge. And remember that you get a point for every pound of body fat that you lose. And what's even more exciting is you also get points for gaining muscle. And so I know everyone wants to look straight at their body fat percentage, and that is a good metric to track. But what I care more about is actually looking at your lean body mass. So this is your muscle mass. So you're going to look at that number on your scan. It's going to be in pounds. And you want to make sure that that number either definitely stays the same, if not increases over the course of this challenge. And that leads into my first nutrition tip, which is making sure that you're prioritizing protein with all of your meals and snacks. Especially if you're looking to lose body fat, you need to make sure that you're getting enough protein so that you're preserving that precious muscle mass that you have so you don't lose any of that. So on your scan, first, I'm sure you're going to look at your body fat percentage. Make sure that you know what's normal for males and females. You can look, there's usually a graph that represents kind of how you fall in the range, whether that's healthy in the normal range or if you're outside of that. Second, I want you to look at your muscle mass. Look at that number and make sure that you are not dropping muscle over this challenge. Unless you are really looking to lose a lot of weight, sometimes along with fat, you are going to lose a little bit of muscle, but most people, we want to hang on to that muscle. The third thing on your body composition scan that you want to look at is your basal metabolic rate, or your BMR. And if you're looking at your results on your phone, this is usually under like fitness parameters, I believe. Just go through the tabs until you find the BMR. This is the number of calories or the amount of energy that your body needs every day just to be alive. So just for your heart to pump blood, your kidneys to filter your blood, your lungs to breathe, all the cellular processes to happen, all the normal metabolism to keep you alive, that's your basal metabolic rate. So if you are going to be tracking your calories in an app like MyFitnessPal or Lose It or Chronometer, you want to make sure that you're never eating less than that number of calories. A lot of times you'll be eating about 150% of that number. If you want to calculate your exact calorie needs, you can go onto the NXPT website and make sure that you sign in and go to the nutrition tab. And there's actually a calorie needs calculator. You can walk step by step through, starting with your BMR, to see how many calories that you need a day. You can adjust that for weight loss or muscle gain or just weight maintenance. So those are the 3 things on your fitness scan that you want to look at: body fat percentage, lean muscle mass, which is my favorite, and then also your basal metabolic rate, and make sure that you're eating more than that. The top 3 nutrition tips for success for the challenge, I already gave you guys a teaser. So the first one is to prioritize your protein. So I see this so commonly is that people, especially us ladies, are not eating enough protein. And typically in the morning is when we are skimping out on protein. So for most people, you're going to need around 20 for the smaller ladies, all the way up to maybe 40 grams for some of the bigger guys per meal or per eating occasion. Your total protein needs for the day, you can do around 1 gram per pound of body weight. That might need to be adjusted if you're trying to change your body weight, but that is a very rough estimate. And then per meal, you want to make sure that you're getting at least like 20 to 40 grams, somewhere in there. We can call it 30 just to hit in the middle, 30 grams of protein per meal or snack. This should primarily be coming from whole food sources. So a lot of common things in the morning for people to eat for protein are going to be eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, any type of grain that has protein added to it. So I love the Kodiak cakes, or the Dave's Killer bread, or the Dave's Killer bagels, mixing protein powder into your oatmeal, doing overnight oats with protein powder or milk to increase the protein content, making a smoothie with protein powder and frozen fruit, and veggies, spinach, anything to make sure that you're getting around 30 grams of protein in the morning. And then throughout the day at meals and snacks, again, getting it from whole food sources is going to be best. Nuts, beef jerky, hard-boiled eggs, any type of meat, fish, beans for people that are plant-based, super important. And then I was only going to give you 3 tips, but I'm going to give you a bonus one already. So making sure that you're eating snacks. So most people that are active and going to NXPT especially, we get hungry every like 3 to 5 hours. So for most of us, that means having at least 3 meals a day, and then maybe even 4 or 3 meals and a couple snacks. So look at your kind of daily schedule and make sure that you're not going more than 5 hours between meals. And if you are, make sure you have a snack. Those can be things like any type of like protein or granola bar that has mostly whole food ingredients. So like the RX bars, Perfect bars, Kind bars, Cliff bars, or Greek yogurt, berries, dried fruit, trail mix, popcorn, beef jerky, hard-boiled eggs are some examples. So that's your bonus tip. Number 2 is make sure that you are not uneven between what you're eating during the week and what you're eating on the weekends. So we see this all the time, is that people do really well with their nutrition during the week. They're going to the gym every day. They maybe are even under eating because they're so disciplined. And then on the weekend, everything goes to hell and you are not getting as much sleep. Maybe you're consuming alcohol and you're consuming a bunch of calories that really kind of, if you're looking at a weekly average, balances out, and then you're wondering why your body composition is not changing or you're not losing weight. So make sure to kind of take a balanced approach to this. One thing that you can do to kind of counteract if you are going to be going out to eat, or maybe know that you are going to be eating more on the weekends, is to work out on the weekends. I want to see everyone at the Saturday workouts. Sunday, we have yoga classes that you can attend. So that can kind of help to counteract if you are going to be consuming more calories, that you're also expending more calories. Also, getting out like on the trails, mission trails, and I'm sure the gym is going to have other stuff going on the weekend. So just something to consider. So make sure that you're balancing out your nutrition and you're still staying diligent to the goals you've committed to on the weekend. And then my number 3 nutrition tip is try to increase the amount of fruits and vegetables that you're eating. You guys knew this was coming from a dietitian, and I don't think anybody can overeat fruits or vegetables. And I like to think of nutrition in like an additive manner instead of restricting and taking away. So what can you add to your diet? We can all add more fruits and vegetables, even me. So ways to do this are keeping like frozen berries on hand that you can add into Greek yogurt, make smoothies out of. You can add them to your oatmeal. Having other fruit just with your lunch. Maybe you already have a healthy lunch, have a piece of fruit on the side of that. Veggies, you can throw those into like egg scrambles in the morning. So spinach, bell peppers, mushrooms, onions, tomatoes. You can also throw spinach or like the power greens into smoothies that you're making. You won't even taste it, I promise. You can take baby carrots, baby bell peppers, and like hummus as a snack during the day. You can add veggies to your dinner. So looking up side dishes that have veggies in them, or having a side salad, and determining like, how do you like to eat your veggies? Maybe you like them cooked, grilled, or you prefer a salad, you prefer them raw. But whatever way that you like to get your veggies in, make sure that you are doing that throughout the week and also on the weekend. So those are some just quick tips to start you off, and I can't wait to see everybody in the gym.